your AC and your fridge. Any device with compressor, they need at least that 220 volt to run. And even when you have that 220, it has to be constant, not going up and down, fluctuation. Hello guys, Okemazurian here. Actually, I'm a renewable energy engineer. So this video is strictly to tell you a solution I found concerning the low voltage, to control low voltage and high voltage. And actually, I'm in Nigeria. This product is targeted at Nigeria. You know our light issue. So this will save you a whole lot. And I've discovered this product for like 5 years now. I've actually installed almost 300 and still counting. Now, you say you don't need, why does it concern you? In Nigeria, the voltage we operate here is 220, 230 volts standard. All equipment are built to function and work properly. 220, maximum 230. Your device will breathe very well and work very well. But now what do we have? Our national grid, most times some people, like right now this house I am, all I get maximum I've ever gotten before is 180 volts against 220. There are some areas I installed one of those products in Asaba. All they could get was 120 volts. In the afternoon when people are at the offices, a lot of devices are off. A lot of households are not running heavy equipment. But when it gets to the night, what they get is they're struggling between 90 volts and 100 volts. This is like 120 lesser than what your system needs. But fine. Most of the areas, it's not just 90, it's not 100. There's another problem. What is the problem? Fluctuation. So it goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. It's not good for your device. Now, that is where this product comes in. It is a Servo AVR, automatic voltage regulator, the industrial one, centralized. Now the question you ask, okay, there are stabilizers to take care of this. Yes, fine. But there are some disadvantages with all the stabilizers you get. First of all, they are relay mounted, relay operated. So they operate with relays. And you can relate this to the normal scenario in your house. You have stabilizer in your house, maybe for your fridge or freezer. Then the light goes up and comes down. You start hearing the noise, pack, 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 pack. Once those relays are disturbed for so long, they get bad. So you get into a house that has like 3 or 4 different stabilizers that have gotten for their fridge or freezer. Now, the aesthetics is another one, another problem. You get to a house, they have 5 air conditioners, and everywhere you find an air conditioner, you see conduit pipe, wiring, everything. Big stabilizer beside it, everywhere big stabilizers beside 5 kVA stabilizers. So me, aesthetics wise, it's not nice. So we'll move on to this centralized AVR, automatic voltage regulator. You put it at the point of your control. Like I'll soon show you people. I'll go around this particular product. The product I'm about to show you today is actually the 20 kVA. We have 30, we have single phase, and we have 3 phases. A whole lot, wide range. Then there's a whole lot of this product in the market. Seriously, a whole lot. But some of them will fail you. Why did I have to pick this one? I install it everywhere I have my inverters. Some of my pictures will fly, you see it will come up. Most of my installations, I make sure I take care of this. Because you cannot buy your inverter, Voltron energy inverters, most of them are like 1 point something million, 5 kVA or 10 kVA. You cannot buy your inverter for probably $1.5 million and expose it to this risk. So number one reason why I go for this particular product is wide voltage range. It gives you from 80 volts to 270 volts. Then you have a constant output of 220 to 30 volts. Amazing. So you size the load in your house. If like I'm in a 3-bedroom here, so that's fine. It's just putting it in. And the total load, 4 ACs, fridge and freezer, washing machines and everything. So I went for a 20 kVA single phase. And even at the peak period where I use all my appliances, this device has not, I've not used it to 60% of its capacity, but it's good to oversize than to undersize. So that is it. So the product you're about to see, it's tested, like I said, for the past 3-4 years. I don't recommend any other AVR. I don't know them. I'm not getting any referrals from them, but I've tested them and they work for me and for my clients, and I sleep very well because I don't have complaints. So I will show you around the product, what it does. Then I'll show you a quick installation that I've done. I just did this one for a very happy client, and he's very, very happy. And it's quite wonderful. So now you may say you don't need it. Why talk about low or high voltage? You know, thank God for energy bulbs. No matter how low it is, your energy bulb may not really show you. But I'll call appliances that will call you. If you don't take them serious, they will spoil before your eye. The first is your AC and your fridge. Any device with compressor, they need at least that 220 volt to run. And even when you have that 220, it has to be constant, not going up and down, fluctuation, power fluctuation. Very, very bad for devices with a compressor. Now, for example, the commonest one is at night. In the afternoon, your AC will work very well because probably your neighbors around, they're out, they're in the office, so all the equipment are off. So if you're in the house, you have that full current, correction, not full voltage. So you have that full current. But in the night, your AC will not even work well because the input power is quite low. Then it works, then you hear your compressor work and stop and shake before it shakes before stop. That sound. Allow your compressor to go through that trouble 6, 7, 8, 10 times. I'm telling you, buy a new compressor. Get in touch with your AC engineer. They will tell you more about what the light does. So most times it's good to put an AVR, not the relay ones. The relay ones, they're just built for normal house. Let me put it that way. For small loads. Once you start mounting, the highest I've seen in relay mounts AVR is 8 kVA and some 12 kVA. I even doubt their capacity because the higher the power, the more the relays, they burn out. So you need a centralized AVR. Put it at the source of entrance after your meter or after your changeover cutout, and please don't connect it to your gen. It should be on the NEPA line. Your generator, no matter the size, automatically has an inbuilt AVR. So you connect it to your NEPA, your grid, the national grid, where it enters your house before your changeover. It will take care of everything you plugged in your house. A client lost a very big smart television to bad light. I instructed, we need an AVR. I said, no. You know, all these clients that, you have given me your quote, you have done your calculation, I'll buy what I want. Fine, there are people like that, so I don't have problem with them. But later, 3 months after the installation, we needed to come back and install the same product, the same AVR. So it has a very wide range of positive benefits. Saves you, everything will blow well, your light will be brighter, and your fridge and freezer, even most microwave, yes, let me mention that most microwave, they tend to behave as if they're not working. You put water, test it, it's just warm, it's not hot. Bad lights. Those ones that don't have that very sensitive step-up transformer, because microwave definitely step up so that the radiator will work very well. That gives out the heat radiation. So if you have a low voltage, you realize that, your microwave is not working well, but after putting this in your house, you now realize that the microwave I was looking at, see if it's bad, it's working well. So fine, it solves a whole lot of problem. So now we'll move to showing you the device itself. Hello, welcome to this channel. I want to introduce you to a 20 kVA Voltron Servo AVR. That's automatic voltage regulator, and it has a very wide input range from 80 volts to 270 volts. This is how it looks, the outer case. So I'll take you around both the interior and the outside. You can see the model number VTV 20,000L, super low voltage. Like I said, 80 volts to 270 volts. Then on this side, we have the cooling fan. Once your temperature is above 60 degrees, the fan will automatically pick up. Then I will rotate it so you can see the back. Yeah, and the funnest is that it has tires, so because of the weight, you can roll it and it's easy for movement. So that's all about the exterior. It has a very wonderful, very sensitive display here. So on the display, you get to see your input voltage, you get to see your output voltage, you get to see your load percentage as a graph, then you get to see your temperature as well. Then follow me as we go inside. Wow, this is it. This is your display circuits, your breakers, then your transformers down. Then this is the servo mechanism that goes around with respect to the voltage, your supplied voltage. Then this is your DC converter that converts for all the DC side of the servo. So welcome, this is it. So on the next step, step 2, we'll take you around the full installation. Enjoy. Okay, welcome to part 2 of it, the taking you around the installation and all the processes. Okay, now because of time, I just installed. I'll just let you know, take you through. It's quite very simple to install, very straightforward. So the first thing is that there are 3 things. This device has an input, has an output. It's actually a centralized AVR, so right now there's no light. I'm actually using a rechargeable light. So we can finish this up. You can see the mechanisms and everything. It's quite simple. All the installations you need. Let me get a light. More light. Okay, fine. All the installations you need are done down here. You have it's actually a single phase, so and it's like labeled here. You have the inputs. Your input should come from your grid, your power, national grid. Yeah, then the outputs should go to your load. In this case, the output feeds the whole house. It makes it centralized. So I'm trying to, light here is not very stable. It gets from 100. In my country, we use 220 volts actually. So it goes from 100 and a lot of things doesn't come up, especially my air conditions and everything. So this is the input side of it. You connect the input, take note and always check for an AVR. Most of them, they have common neutral, so always identify the neutral if it's not well labeled. This product is from China, so the labeling, the color is a little bit different from what we use in my country, but that's not a problem. You can actually open the back to confirm, like this is the neutral, it's just directly connected to this. Like I said, most of the AVRs, they have common neutral. So you connect your inputs, which is coming from your grid, your power. Then you connect the outputs to your house to feed the whole house to your breakers. Then don't forget the earthing. It's very important. Grounding and earthing is very important, as this is a metal casing, so to avoid electric shock and everything, earthing is very important. So I've walked you through. That's the installation, very simple and straightforward. So what I'll do, this comes to my changeover here. From my changeover, it fits my house and that's all. So what will I do now? All I need to do is to power for you to see how it works. Yeah, so now I should be having light here. This is the front panel. When it comes on, you'll notice. So we'll power it on here. You can see the motor running to feed the power. That's how it operates. And this is the front panel. Okay, now we have light. So you see, 220, 230 volts is what we are aiming for. right now what I get from my grid is 191 volt, and it fluctuates, it goes up and down. So this helps you regulate, as the name says, AVR, automatic voltage regulator. And I prefer using this particular product. The voltage input, like I said, is quite, the range is quite wide, from 80 volts to 270 volts, and you get 220 to 30. So that's it. Very simple and straightforward.